21X Kira Zylstra, 06L Matt Loving, 87 Jeff Pearson, 20K Kai Dixon, 35 is Alden Ostrom, 06W Sean Wallenfels Jr., and Riken Weldy is the 19W. "25 laps around, big Sportsman sprint car A-Main coming your way as they roll into 3. And off corner number 4, green flag, we're underway. Magai takes the early advantage coming through 1 and 2. Klatt trying to settle into position 2. Parker quickly to the bottom of the racetrack, working on Justin Jacobson, who sits 3rd. Swatzina off the apron, cedes the spot to Bill Rude, who's going to round out the top 5 at the moment. Lap number 1 belongs to Magai. Stretching his advantage early over Klatt with so many cars in this main. Provided they don't catch an abundance of yellow flags, we are going to see lap traffic. We're going to see it soon, as Magai is already a straightaway from the back of the field. Allison Johnson having problems in car number 4. She's up top in turn number 2. She is slowing, and Kirby Hoyle pulls the yellow flag. We'll get our first caution. Johnson, who's had nothing but issues keeping that car powered all night long. Look out, she's trying to make it to the pit area, and Westergaard just barely sneaks by. Have to maintain single file until the cone underneath the Cook Road shell sign. From there, it's game on. But they do have to stay single file until the back straightaway cone under Cook Road shell. So here we go, back straight restart coming up. Magai guns it. Everybody trying to make it through. There's Oudman already sneaking a spot up and through. So Oudman climbs a position. Into 1 they go. You look at Dana Glenn, who's really moving forward nicely. And Oudman kind of following him. So 2 cars from a little further back in the field, and Glenn and Oudman are the ones on the move here. For 5th, Corey Swatzina is underneath Bill Rude. He'll take the spot. Get a look at your leader. It is Magai continuing to set the pace. Racetrack widening out as we've got cars together on the front straightaway. Gehring's got something wrong, and you can see massive nose wing damage on the Zylstra 21Z. So Gehring and Zylstra, something happened. 2 cars kind of munched front straightaway, and we will see our second caution flag. The new restart zone gives them a much bigger restart. Once they get past the cone, they've got to stay single file to the second cone. Here they go. You can see drivers looking to take advantage of this. There's a lot of passing happening in corner 4. Westergaard got really racy. Oudman trying to sneak a spot away from Evans once again. Top 5 still kind of stringing out, having a good time. Meanwhile, car around, that's Swatzina, who was running 5th. So Corey loops it up in the fluff underneath the Sierra Pacific sign. Caution flag out once again. All right, here we go. Lights going out quickly. Pace vehicle driver Mark Harrison brings her off. Magai locks him, loads him, stacks him up, and lets him loose. Back underway. And you can see more movement back in the field as Tharp and Dixon both underneath. Ostrom, there goes Dixon, and we got a car up big time. It was Westergaard along with Evans. They're up and over, and we will see a red. souvenir stand, we also have a driver's merchandise booth that's set up for the few drivers that have done merch and have them available. I believe Justin Jacobson's had some of his stuff up in the driver's merch booth tonight, so be sure to check that out. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Over the receiver radios, the drivers have been told that yellow flag conditions are going to come to the racetrack in a matter of mere seconds, so push vehicles will out. And coming back to green, Magai, Klatt, Jacobson, Parker, and Rude, your top 5. Glenn, Summers, Ostrom, Tharp, and Dixon make up the top 10. Watch them on the big long restart. Justin Jacobson with a good run on Klatt going into the corner. Levi, though, evens out nicely, drives away from Jessen in turn number 2. Klatt trying to find some rhythm. See if he can run down Magai. Magai's got a lot of laps around Skagit Speedway, but has really yet to hit pay dirt here. Looking to change that on opening night. Completing lap number 9, Brett Magai continues to lead ahead of Levi Klatt. Jessen Jacobson, Parker got wide off the corner in 4th. Rude almost down to the apron to make a move. That pushed him up the racetrack in turn 2. Lost a lot of ground on Steve. Allowed Glenn to close, however not close enough to really do anything with him. As Tharp backs it into the corner, collects a race car with him. I think that was Swatzina who was picking his way back forward. So with 10 laps complete, caution shows again. Kirby Hoyle signals for 1 to go, and that means as soon as the lights turn off, Tharp cannot make it back out, at least for this restart. Now, he can keep working on it. And if he gets another quick caution, can join up at the back of the field if it's fixed. Magai, back straight away, here we go. Into the 3rd and 4th corner, where Jacobson up on Klatt again to try to make a move. Levi gets down far enough to deny him in the first turn. Everybody somehow makes it through 1 and 2. Wallenfels has got problems. So Junior's going to pull off and on the back straightaway. We stay clean and green. 12 complete the next time around. At the completion of lap 13, we'll signal the halfway point. And there it is. Halfway, Brett Magai looking for Skagit Speedway win number 1. A little bit further back in the pack, Kai Dixon drives underneath Corey Summers. Dixon is picking up speed here in the later stages of this race. As he's around Summers, rapidly approaches the 35 of Ostrom. Dixon's really found something that's working for him. Let's watch and see if he can continue his charge. Got a little too high going into turn number 3. That'll cost him a little ground. Ostrom's trying to close in on Glenn. That's racing outside your top 5. 6th, 7th, and 8th is what we're watching. Dana Glenn's 10G. Alden Ostrom's 35 and Kai Dixon's 20K. Dixon shows a nose to Ostrom just briefly getting into 1. Ostrom now under fire from Dixon. Dixon, half a groove lower than Ostrom, coming off the corner, is going to outmotor him to the bottom of 1, and Kai Dixon makes another pass. Meanwhile, Riker Waldy for the 2nd time around in the corner, and the caution flag comes out. Up in front, Magai, Klatt, Jacobson, 1, 2, and 3. Parker and Rude, the veterans, still lingering in the 4th and 5th position. I'm loving this back straightaway start. It's causing a lot of action here. Jacobson has got the nose under Klatt again. He's got the lane. Can Levi drive off the top? Trying to hold him off. Good battle for second. Jacobson low, Klatt upstairs. Levi saw on the wheel trying to make it work, but it is Jacobson taking second. Klatt gets down and keeps Parker from getting underneath of him. Good defensive move there as Loving 06L slows here on the apron. Dana Glenn has advanced to 5th ahead of Bill Rude. Nice run for him in what's looking like his best Skagit Speedway finish, as we're down to just 5 laps remaining. Brett McGuy, Jesse Jacobson, and Levi Klatt. Parker is close enough to put some pressure on Levi. Levi has about 2 car lengths worth of advantage between them. McGuy, your leader, may have to deal with Riker Waldy before this is all done. Waldy looms a straightaway ahead of him, and McGuy is rapidly making up the ground. Meanwhile, Jessen Jacobson is closing here in the very late stages. Jacobson has narrowed the gap to 2, making 3 cars down the back straightaway. He's only going to have one more time around, and now he's going to have a restart to deal with. Waldy, for the second time, will spin out the corner. And that's going to set us up for the green-white checkered restart. This will be the biggest restart of Brett McGuy's career to date, with Jacobson and Klatt looking to make something happen in behind him. We'll watch your top 3. The most exciting 2 laps in racing coming up. McGuy, Jacobson, Klatt, they're on the gas. Good restart for McGuy. Oh, Jacobson closes. Jacobson, a really good 3 and 4. Into 1 and 2. Can he keep him close enough to do something? McGuy gets through turn 2 better. Jacobson's been getting through 3 and 4 a little bit better. 1 to go for McGuy. 0.3 of a mile remain. Tonight, opening night, albeit a little bit delayed, but gratification comes in his first Skagit Speedway win. Brett McGuy gets the W ahead of Jessen Jacobson and Levi Klatt. Steve Parker for Dana Glenn, Bill Rude, Alden Ostrom, Corey Summers, Kira Zylstra, and Jeff Pearson. We will get the trophies and the signboard moved down to the apron for our trophy ceremonies for the Sportsman sprint cars. Give them a couple of seconds here, as we're going to go first through third in our wins. There'll be a lot of hugs and congratulations to be given all around. All 3 drivers, really good showings tonight on our opening night. You can see the McGuy crew happy, happy, happy. I think that's Dana, his partner down there. Oh yeah, she's a happy camper. There he is, the wing dance, Brett McGuy. Ashley Llewellyn is live down on the scene. We'll give her a second to get Brett up to the front of the race car and get our winner's interview here at Skagit Speedway for the Sportsman Sprints.
Lots of celebrating down here on the front stretch. Well-deserved win. All 3 of these guys hanging on with veteran drivers right behind them, as you guys saw. We're still doing a little bit of celebrating. We'll find Brett around his car. Brett, congratulations. That was amazing. So as we were watching you, and yellow flags kept coming out, red flags kept coming out, and then every time you come up on lap traffic, you just got lucky. What were you thinking during that?
Thank the Lord upstairs. I mean, and every time we got to lap traffic, the yellow came out. I was sitting there trying to figure out how we're going to get around these guys. There's 3 or 4 of them wide, and I could feel these guys behind me. Sorry, I'm out of breath. This old man. No, we had this car set up on a rail tonight. My crew, they just worked so hard to get us out here. This is our first year of double duty, so I'm asking a lot of them, and I really appreciate them coming out here and helping. And thank you to the fans. We're back racing!
You heard it here first, Brett McGuy. This is your first sporty win here at Skagit, is it not?
I've been racing up here for 14 years, and this is my first win, period. I got some heat race wins and some B-main wins, but not an A-main.
You do now, baby. Anyone you want to thank tonight?
Oh, first of all, my crew, my family for putting up with me. I mean, this is, everybody knows that racing, this is an addiction, big time. So, Pit Stop Laundry, Square Peg, Northwest Water Wizards, K&H Truckee, and not but not least, Schaefer Racing Oil.
Let him hear it, folks. We'll find him a first place trophy over there somewhere. We'll get you one, I promise. In the meantime, we'll make